the Spring Festival, which is Chinese New Year, is really the most important festival in China because many people they work outside, and it's really a good chance for them to reunion with their family because they have many days to rest. So I think for the Chinese New Year is for children. They are the happiest one because they can have fun. They can get red packet. Do you know what is red packet? Actually, red packet is that the parents, the adults, they put money inside this packet to wish their children a good, healthy New Year.
This is a traditional writing from the ancient times, and I opened this one for the names of Arabic people because I do this according to the sound of the names of Arabic. So I can instantly translate into Chinese so that I can have a different version of the names in my mind. So I will design the choreography like in art style, in artistic style, so that I attract a lot of people, Arabic people, to be here to line the key to get the names. So it turns out that the Arabic people, they like it. They like the Chinese culture. They like how the Chinese Asian people use the bamboo brush to create the names. Because it's totally different, because we got a totally different system in the writing, in the pronunciation, in the shapes of the letters. So they got a huge interest in this. So that is what I do here for celebrate Chinese New Year and attract the people, the local people and the Saudi Arabia people to be here and get to know the culture of Chinese Asian writing. Why we call it bamboo brush? Because actually the holding of it, the upper part of the pen is made of bamboo. So the bamboo inside they have a hole in it. So they put the brush, like usually they use animal hair to fill that space. So it create like shape like a brush. So when you write it, you can create a different speed, create different shapes that like you use different strength to control. That bamboo brush, you can get different result because I have a lot of flexibility and I have a lot of strength adjustment. So that is why it's easy to have it for art, because you can use that for 1,000 ways of different writing. Use the strength and use the thinking ways, and everybody can have their own style. And some people can recognize my writing when they are showing them to the friends because I write my own style. The letters have my own style. What is special about the ink? in the ancient times of China, they don't have the modern ink. So they have to use it to grind the ink. And this is all black, this is kind of a stone, the ink stone. So when they grind it, actually will just, the ink will come out. And just use water, mix it, the ink will come out. So that's why I need a maid to help me to grind the ink. And at the same time, she can hold my paper or to avoid the movement.
Chinese people like to visit their relatives during the New Year, and they'll do many other activities like lion dance. Yeah, some people, like two people, they put a lion costume to act as a lion and dance with the drum. Yes, and they will make big feast with their family. We also have a very famous TV program, which is like celebrating the New Year.
We are an American company based out of Brooklyn. I founded the company almost 25 years ago. I've been a professional director for 30 years, and the core of my work is bringing innovation, community, and global collaborations, and Theater Me Too exemplifies that. For me, that work is important artistically and also offers something unique to a community as we make these new artworks and bring them to our communities.
We're going to hear those messages, and we're going to dream about the future, our future. Welcome to Utopian Hotline.
Theater Me Too is committed to expanding the definition of theater. What that means is we're really looking meticulously and really methodically at all of the inheritances of how art is made, how theater is made, how we collaborate, and are investigating it to find new ways of working together, new ways of making work. So the inheritance of saying theater should work like this for us is not important. We want to create new ways. We want to bring together theater makers, visual artists, filmmakers, music makers, and create a new way of bridging this work. Theater Me Too not only exemplifies that in the projects that we make, but we've also created a training methodology. And that training methodology trains artists to work in this way, which is a much more dynamic, much more engaged way, which to us creates work that's more potent and that actually holds many voices instead of one artist having one idea and that being the only idea. For us, this idea of innovation or pushing the boundaries of theater is about bringing many voices together in new ways.
Like a grand and miraculous spaceship, our planet has been sailing through time. And for this brief moment, we are among its passengers. But where are we going, and what kind of future will we discover there?
So whole theater is an interesting concept, and it's the heartbeat of Theater Me Too. To us, whole theater is an art experience that is visual, that is also aural, so it enters your ear, that's emotional, that's intellectual, and that's spiritual, all in the same moment. Often theater can be something that we call a syncopated experience. It has a kind of rhythm to it. So something happens on stage and the audience reacts. Something funny and we laugh. Sometimes that rhythm gets a little faster and both of those things are activated together. And that gives a sense in the room. I think everyone has experienced it in theater or performance where you get the chills or you get so excited. And that moment is a whole moment. The proposition for Theater Me Too is, can we create work that is like that every moment? And what would that look like? What would that feel like? Knowing that it's very challenging to do that. And so we've created a way of training artists in preparing for that and being able to support that, to create it, to bring it together. And that creates the whole theater training, which is physical, but also aesthetic. How do we generate and create work? And whole theater really becomes an aspirational goal of creating this moment.
Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
When I look at the number of works with Theater Me Too, it's always very difficult to select which is the favorite, which is the best one, and so the only way I can wrap my head around that is our latest work. So right now, my favorite work is Utopian Hotline. It is in many ways the result of all of the work that we've done over the last 25 years. So I'm excited about Utopian Hotline because it pushes the boundary of theater. You don't come in and sit in a traditional way in a traditional theater. You don't come in and hear or see traditional theater in a traditional way. Everything has an element of newness. On top of that, the subject matter is really beautiful and really important to us. So right now, I feel like a proud father, where I feel like the thing I'm most excited about and most proud of is the work that as a company we have done in creating Utopian Hotline.
After she passed away, I inherited her record collection. So when I'm lonely as a crow, I put on one of her albums, open the window, and imagine I'm back on that porch with my grandmother, swinging in the breeze and staring up at the stars.
Here to present the Utopian Hotline as part of the Enki Festival of Performing Arts at Bahrain's National Theatre in the Flexible Theatre Space. We have been working on Utopian Hotline for the last 3 years, and it was built from a collection of messages that we received on a hotline. We set up a telephone number, and we collected messages from all over the world of people talking about how they imagine a more perfect future. And they sang songs, and they left long messages and short messages. They left jokes, from the sublime to the ridiculous. They put their children on the line. And we took all of those messages and we created a devised theater piece that's 45 minutes long, where the audience comes in and sits on a bright pink carpet on cushions on the floor and puts headphones on their heads to listen to all of these messages. And my company musicalizes and tells stories and relates these messages through the headphones to the audience.
There's simply no way to step outside, 'cause we are in out of this world, dear. Time to release your earthly pride. Aren't you tired of being lonely?
We have been very fortunate to premiere this piece in New York and to begin to take it on tour in the US and internationally. It has been very moving to us that as we shared with different communities, those communities see themselves in it. So we took it to Arizona in the United States, and people said, oh, that person or that interview sounds like me or my mother or my father. So all of a sudden, people saw their communities in this. And as we've traveled to different parts of the world, that's been the feedback, where people feel like they're not just seeing a show, but almost like they're holding hands with people all around the world and thinking about this, which has been really exciting to see. My hope is that here in Bahrain, we have a similar experience. Already some of our colleagues who have seen it or shared it are already having those sparks and those reactions. And so to me, that begins to create bridges between communities, which is something Theater Meet is very committed to. So we're so excited to be in Bahrain. It has been a truly amazing experience with the support of the embassy, being part of the Enki Festival, to bring this work to this community and to engage in that conversation. So I can't wait to hear the feedback from here.
These 21 layers offer precision and flexibility that a rigid suit did not. In preparation for the lonely, inhospitable emptiness of space, these layers each play their own role in protecting the fragile human body.
We've been working together for over 20 years, and so we are continuously developing new work. Of course, we're bringing Utopian Hotline here to Bahrain. We are excited to share it, and we will continue to travel this piece. But Theater Mitra is always working on something new. So we have a new project called Holy Blood that is about faith, about trust, about family. We're very eager to develop that. And we also have another piece called Remnant that is about letting go, about saying goodbye. And that piece is also touring. Holy Blood is just beginning. So please stay tuned with Theater Mitra. We always have new projects, but the spirit is the same, which is to bring innovation, to bring these global bridges, and to engage with community and bring the strength of that community together.
This is Dr. Lika Gudakurta. She's an astrophysicist and a scientist with NASA. She established the field of heliophysics, the study of our sun's behavior and its impact on Earth. Here's what she had to say.
We had golden record before. So if you think of humanity, how can you sort of concatenate this information? DNA is sort of the storehouse in an extremely condensed form. You know, I have this idea of sending our genetic signature.
The Bahraini audiences have been wonderful. We have heard time and time again that it is unlike anything that they have seen before. And that means the most to us because our work really concerns innovation. It's focused on breaking new ground in not only new artistic structures and forms, but also in new relationships with creators, collaborators, and audience members. And we really begin to think of them as our family when they come and they see this piece. Because it is a limited seating, there's only 30 people per performance, and they sit in a circle around a great table where the performers perform around the table. So it feels like a wonderful meal of memory, of hope, and of connection.
I don't know. I would send poetry, lots and lots of poetry.
Do you understand me? Make a sign and let me know. Am I somehow getting through to you? In all the static from the radio, let us share a language in just a single word. Or you could tell me without telling me, and I will hear what cannot be heard.
It's hard to describe what the perfect picture for me would look like.
Well, it's a great question. It's one that I thought, well, I sure don't have a quick off-the-cuff answer to that question.
I'm excited to be in Bahrain. Our company's very excited to be in Bahrain. It has been a really beautiful time preparing the show, and I'm eager to have tons of people come see it. So I'm very grateful to everybody that has supported us. I'm very grateful to the embassy. I'm very grateful to the festival, to the National Theater, and I'm eager to premiere the show.
Thank you for joining us. Hope to hear from you soon.